All righty then. Yeah, we are live streaming on YouTube here. So just wanted to get that set up for everybody. We want to say hello to all of you. We hope you are doing well. And tonight's conversation is for our new members and our prospective members with regards to how to leverage your 10K project membership. Ooh, my hair is looking all cray. Sorry, everybody. And actually, let me record this as well. Uh, so we are talking we're talking tonight about membership, whether you're a new member, whether you're a prospective member. We're going to show you some of the inner workings of the 10K project. We're here to answer your questions. Everyone, if you are in YouTube, if you would please give us a thumbs up, like the video, share it with your family and friends, etc. My partner is taking a much deserved evening off. So you just got me here, which probably means unless you have a lot of questions, we're going to end lickety split, probably going to be a half hour tonight, just giving you an overview of the 10K project, of membership, et cetera. Don't forget to put your city and state in the chat as well, so we are able to recognize you. So my name is Cherie. I am the co-founder and CEO of the 10K Project. The 10K Project is the largest community of investors who actively fund Black-owned businesses. The minimum investment is $100, and the thought behind it is very simple. If 10,000 of us come together and we each put in, for example, just $100, we could raise $1 million for a business, which means we can fund our own businesses. We can profit from our own innovation. We can create jobs in the community, and we can work together to build Black wealth. And I always like to tell a little bit of my story, just so you can understand how we got here. So I am a business plan writer. I have been writing business plans since 2010 and have been full-time since about 2012 timeframe. And I have written business plans mostly for people to raise capital. My clients from other ethnicities would be able to take my business plans and take it to, the rich uncle, could be an aunt, could be a brother, sister, network of friends, frat brother, things like that. And they would come to me a few months later and say, "Thank you so much, Cherie. Because of your business plan, we raised $500,000, $600,000. Even had a gentleman call me saying that he was on his way to getting a $20 million check because of my business plans." Sounds great, right? The issue with my Black clients is that they did not usually have those networks of people. But I realized that there were a lot of us that had small dollars. We may have $100, $200, $500 that we would be willing to invest in a company in order to see them grow. And I started asking, if we're buying Black, maybe we would invest Black too. But I didn't intend to start this community, I'm going to say, this movement. I started about 4 years ago just talking about this idea of, hey, if 10,000 of us invest just $100 each, that's $1 million, we can fund our own businesses. And I'm saying that within this group. And one day, 3 years after I start saying it, my co-founder, Tawana, looks at me through Zoom and says, "When are you going to do something about that?" And there were 5 of us on this Zoom call together, and they became the founding members of the 10K Project because first of all, couldn't do it alone. And second, I really didn't have any intention of doing it. But sometimes when God calls you to do something, you just say, "Okay, I'll just put it out there. I'll just do it." And we have close to 2,000 members, and we have done, oh my goodness, I want to say close to 30 Bet on Black pitches since March of 2021. And, I feel like this community is a great success, and we are growing every single week. So that is the story of the 10K project. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to show you a little presentation, and I'm also going to intersperse that with just some other things I want to show you on the website so that you are able to maximize your membership and so that you are able to also ask questions if you have them, because we want you to be able to maximize your membership. So I'm going to share my screen. Oops, hold on a second. Let me make sure that I've got the right thing up. Okay, now I'm ready. So again, this is the new and prospective member orientation. And I've talked to you a little bit about what the 10K project is, being the largest community of investors who actively fund Black-owned businesses. So, our whole mantra is to support the Black business, to help fund the Black business, to stop waiting for other people to fund our businesses and for us to be able to fund our own businesses. I will say that I was sent an article earlier today about the fact that venture capital, there's more venture capital money coming to Black businesses than there ever have been before. And yet our numbers are still very low with regards to our businesses being funded. And most people would see that as a problem. I see that as an opportunity for us as the everyday investor to be able to fund our businesses and to profit from them as well. So we're super excited within the 10K project to actually be the solution to a massive problem in the community. So tonight we're going to focus on three different groups of people: investors, entrepreneurs, and experts. Investors are people who have $100, maybe $200, maybe $500 that, or more, that if you hear of a great business, you would want to potentially fund that business or help fund that business. The second group are entrepreneurs. If you are interested in potentially being one of our Bet on Black presenters, we're going to talk with you a little bit and give you information with regards to how you can apply. And then the third group are experts. Experts are people who are anything from CPAs and attorneys all the way to construction workers and virtual admins, anything that you can possibly imagine. So we're going to have those three groups of people that we're focused on this evening. And let me go back to the experts. The reason that we have three groups of people that we bring together is because let's say that we as investors raise $1 million for a company, or even $500,000. Usually those entrepreneurs are looking to do things with that money. And oftentimes part of their growth plan is hiring people. And if you're familiar with Powernomics, we're kind of like Powernomics 2.0, where we didn't want the money to just leak from the community. We wanted to be able to circulate that Black dollar longer within the community. So the idea is for investors to be able to listen to a presentation, an investor presentation, and if you are interested, be able to help fund that business. And then the entrepreneurs receive the funding, and then they would hire experts or people for full-time work, part-time work, or contract work in order to help grow that business. So that is how we can all work together in order to circulate the Black dollar longer. So let's first of all start talking about how investors make money with the 10K project. So I'm going to give you an example here. Oh, I'm sorry. The first thing is, how do we do this legally? Legally, we do this through a piece of legislation that was passed called the Jobs Act of 2012. It allows everyday people like you and I who have small amounts of money to invest in small businesses and startup companies. And the way that we do that is through something called equity crowdfunding. Now, Crowdfunding itself is not new, especially to Black people. All it is a group of people putting in small donations or small dollars in order to help achieve a mission. So, the example I always use is the building fund. If you grew up in the Black Baptist church like I did, you are well familiar with the building fund. But if you didn't, this is how it went. Pastor would stand up in the pulpit. He'd say, members, we are taking a special love offering because we need a new roof, and the roof is going to cost $10,000. They pass around the collection plate. Um, the members would put in their small dollars. Next thing you know, the roof is paid for with cash from member donations from the special love offering, i.e., the building fund. The joke, if you're not familiar with the Black church, is that there's always a building fund. So, but anyway, all equity crowdfunding is instead of it being a donation, we get to help fund our businesses in exchange for equity or shares or partial ownership of these businesses. So that's what the Jobs Act of 2012 allowed us to do. And before the Jobs Act, it was illegal for small companies to raise money from people called unaccredited investors. Unaccredited just means, in layman's terms, not wealthy, not rich. So they would have to go to accredited investors. And because of that, because our people usually don't have those types of networks, we had a harder time receiving funding from banks or angel investors. But now there is a solution that we can start funding ourselves. So I'm going to give you an example here of how equity crowdfunding works. Let's say that there's a company that comes to present to us and we're able to buy shares for 50 cents. The person does a presentation, they've done their valuation, they say, well, they won't say it in the presentation. We have to go and actually look at their campaign page, but their campaign page will say, hey, we're selling our shares for 50 cents. And you say, you know what? I'm going to put $100 into this company. So I'm going to buy 200 shares. Great. And then 7 years from now, the company has done well. They've grown, by leaps and bounds. And then they do something called a liquidity event. A liquidity event is simply how we as investors cash out. There are four very prominent ways that this happens, but the two biggest ones are either the company is acquired or purchased, or the company does an IPO, which stands for initial public offering. That means they go on the stock market. But let's say that they are acquired, and they're acquired for $18 a share. So remember, we bought in at 50 cents a share, we sell at $18 a share, and you own 200 shares. Well, you have made $3,600. $3,500 in profit and $100 of your original money means that you've had a 3,500% return on investment, or 66.85% per year for 7 years. So some of you may be looking at 3,600 and may say, that's not a lot of money. Yes, but where are you going to get 66% return year over year? Hardly anywhere, which is why the rich puts about 22% of their net worth, these family offices, these rich family offices, put about 22% of their net worth into private equity and private enterprises, because this is a great way for you to get return on investment. Now, we cannot guarantee return on investment. The best angel investors build a portfolio of companies that then some of the companies will do well, some of them will not do so well. That's okay. But blended over a period of time, people have earned anywhere from 25% to 46% annual returns. That's been statistically proven. Again, we cannot guarantee that for you because it will depend on the portfolio that you put together. But I will say this, there was a Morgan Stanley report that said that when our businesses are properly funded, we make just as much money as any other ethnically founded group out there. So I believe in the Black business. I believe in small business, period, in this country, but I specifically believe in Black business. And I know that a portion of the dollars that I'm putting into this asset class are definitely going to Black business owners. And I do that through the 10K project, through listening to the Bet on Black pitches, and through this process. And again, this process is governed by the Securities and Exchange Commission and FINRA. FINRA stands for the Financial Industry Regulatory Agency. So, you know, but that's the way that we make money. So again, how do you hear about these companies? Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we do something called a Bet on Black pitch. It is an investor presentation where the entrepreneur, we feature one entrepreneur every week, and they come to the community through Zoom. They present their business anywhere from about 15 to 30 minutes. They present their business. Sometimes we'll see apps, so we'll get a demonstration. Sometimes people will have food. So they don't feed us through Zoom, but we get to see, see what they're making, see their food, things like that. We've had a lot of people show videos of their product and do product demonstrations, all sorts of stuff happen. So that happens for about 15 to 30 minutes of the meeting. And then the rest of the time, the audience, everybody in the audience gets to ask that entrepreneur questions. And Tawana, who runs the Bet on Black pitches, she does not stop the meeting until all the questions are answered. The Bet on Black pitches are very educational. They're very inspirational. There's excellence that we see every single week. And from here, you're able to build a portfolio of entrepreneurs and businesses that you are able to invest in. So that's the Bet on Black pitch. So let's talk a little bit about the Knowledge Center. And I am going to stop my share right here. And I'm going to actually open up the Knowledge Center so that you're able to see it. Let me just get my screen here. So what is the Knowledge Center? From an investor's point of view, the Knowledge Center is a place for you, number one, to get the replays of the Bet on Black pitches. So with the Bet on Black pitch, we email it. Oh goodness, we email it probably about 3 times by itself. And then we also, every Monday and Thursday, we have an email that we send to all members. And it has every single open campaign that we currently run. So you're able to see the replays of the Bet on Black pitches from multiple places. You're also able to get replays within the Knowledge Center. So you basically log into the Knowledge Center and you're able to see, I'm not going to show them all to you because it's on a public platform, but you go down and you're able to see all of the open Bet on Black pitch replays. You are also able to come to the Knowledge Center here, which is a ton of information, wealth building information, equity crowdfunding training, things like that. So you're able to see our family bank challenge here, which is totally awesome. You're able to look at economic strategies, business credit, building Black wealth, celebrity interviews, how to budget, all sorts of financial literacy and entrepreneurship information is in here for you. You're also able to come up to the top here, and let's say we have actually, excuse me so much. I'm going to put myself on mute for a second, excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. Let's say that you want to see some information on opportunity zones. You're able to put into the search bar opportunity zones, and you can see that we have 4 pieces of content in here about opportunity zones. So then you're able to just select whichever one you want to select, and you're able to hit play. You're also able to see the information in here about who the speaker is. So again, we have tons of information. This is a part of your membership, the Knowledge Center, and we definitely suggest that you read through this information. Sorry, not read through, listen. A lot of it is like YouTube replays, but there's certain things you can read through as well. Just find the information that you are most interested in, and it's a chance for you to learn. And all of this, again, is completely free or a part of your membership. We also have the expert directory in here. And you may be looking for somebody to help you with your business, personally, etc. So I'm going to put in the search bar here, marketing, right? Let's say that you are a small business, you need some marketing help. Well, these are all the people that offer marketing services within our network. And I'm going to take Ebony's here. I'm going to click on Ebony just because she has a really great profile here. So she has here all of her skills. She has the link to her website, even where she's located in Tampa. You can also go down here and read about me. So she gives you a little bit of information about herself. And then if you decide you want to contact Ebony because you want to use her services, you're able to hit connect, enter your subject, your message, and click send. And when Ebony receives the email, it's going to say from the 10K project, and it's going to have your subject and your message in it so that Ebony will say, oh, this is from 10K. I'm a part of this network. I'm not going to throw it into junk mail. So that is how you're able to use the Knowledge Center with regards to being an investor in our network. So the next thing we're going to do is, and again, if you have questions, I'm going to check YouTube really quickly. God bless 1234. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody in YouTube, please don't forget to ask your questions in YouTube. I'll come back and check periodically. And also, don't forget to like the video for me. Okay? Alrighty then. So I'm going to share my screen here. And let's talk about a little bit about entrepreneurs leveraging the 10K project. And you can do that as an entrepreneur through our Bet on Black pitch. So I did explain from an investor point of view how we do the Bet on Black pitches. But as an entrepreneur, again, one person every week gets to come and present their business in front of the community. So you can actually apply to present your project in front of our group. And there are 2 types of entrepreneurs that apply. Those who are accepted by a crowdfunding platform that is FINRA and SEC approved. So if you have already done that, you've already filed your Form C, and or you already have an active campaign, then I'm going to show you how to apply. If you have not done that process yet, I'm going to show you how to apply in that instance as well. We only bring people to the platform that are with an SEC and FINRA approved portal and that have an active campaign. So if you don't have those 2 things, then unfortunately, we're going to put you in on our waiting list, but you have to have an active campaign for equity crowdfunding or debt crowdfunding in order to be considered. So Cherie, you're asking, how do you apply? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to apply. So if you go to our website, the10kproject.com, you're going to see, I'll make this a bit smaller here. You're going to see Picture Business. So the10kproject.com, you're going to click on Picture Business here, and you should be on this page that says Picture Business. You're going to go down here, find funding for your business, and it's going to say, please click on the statement below that best describes you. So if you have an active equity crowdfunding campaign, you want to click this first button. If you filed the Form C, you can click here. If you're still in the process of researching, you can click here. And then research, if you're done with that, but you haven't filed the Form C yet, you can click here or none of the above. If you click that you have an active campaign, you're going to enter the information here, including giving us the portal that you're on and your campaign URL, and you're going to submit that info. That info goes directly to Tawana, who is the one who is responsible for all of the Bet on Black pitches. She will contact you, she'll interview you, she'll do her due diligence or research, and she'll let you know if you're able to come onto the platform and give you all the details about that and give you a date. If you have not filed your Form C, you're not part of a portal, you are able to click the information here, complete this information. We'll have you on a waiting list. We'll also send you a copy of an ebook that will give you more details about how you go through the process. And we have our equity crowdfunding course that is going to be launched in the next few weeks. The focus group is going to be available for people. So if you want to get free access to that course just for the focus group, you need to input your information into one of these boxes here, because that will tag you in our system as an entrepreneur. So that is the way that you apply to be one of our Bet on Black pitch presenters as an entrepreneur. So the last thing that we have here is experts. So remember the three groups of people I said we would discuss tonight. We discussed the investors, we discussed the entrepreneurs. Let's say you're an expert. These companies are raising money. They're going to need people full-time. They're going to need people part-time. They're going to need people for contract work. Experts use our knowledge center as well. So they do it for a couple of different things. I'm going to take you back to the knowledge center so that you're able to see how you do this. So the first thing is you want to include yourself in the expert directory. So, oh, I haven't done this in a while. Sorry, everybody. I'm looking for my account here. Okay, my account here, you should be able to, where it says here expert, like I have yes in here, so it automatically knows I'm an expert. If you didn't complete that information, it will say no. So you want to turn this to yes, and then it'll ask you all sorts of questions. It'll ask you about your skills. It'll ask you to put information about you, your website, things like that, and it will add you to the expert directory. And again, in the expert directory, people are able to find you. So I'm going to take Aisha here. She's an expert in information security and IT technology. So she has her website here. She has all of her skills here, her industries, and a little bit about her. And people are able to connect with her, especially our entrepreneurs. And we have had entrepreneurs come here to use the expert directory in order to engage with our community. So definitely as one of our experts, don't sleep on this. Also, everybody has an expertise in something. There's no one person that's more special than anyone else. Even if you're just a really great admin or a really great project manager, or you could be a board member for somebody or mentor somebody, we are asking people to please put your information in here. Put your information in here. So So that is our experts and how they're able to use the Knowledge Center. And many people will be all three things. One day you may be an investor, another day you may be an expert, and the third day you may be an entrepreneur raising money. And that's okay too. We want you to use the 10K project and all the resources that we have to your, fullest extent with regards to building yourself up as an entrepreneur, as an investor, as a financially responsible person, etc. So if you're not a member yet, the10kproject.com. What I'm going to do now is show you two final things. And then unless you have questions, we're going to be done. So if you come to the10kproject.com, you're able to go through our menu here. Once you're ready to become a member, you click on Become a Member. And if you go down here, there are two types of membership that's available. One is the Gold membership. That's where you can get the Bet on Black pitch access. You can get the knowledge training, be a part of the expert directory. We're also going to start up some of our masterminds again and things like that. You're able to sign up here. Or for Platinum membership, you're also able to get 6 months of personalized, customized financial planning support and help with a certified financial planner through Freeman Capital. There's a gentleman named Calvin Williams, who is the owner of this organization. He has a team of people that work on helping us improve our credit scores, reduce debt, retire, become financially savvier. So he is an amazing wealth of knowledge. He will be coming back in January to our platform in order to talk with us about his all sorts of things that we can do with regards to our financials. But if you say, you know what, 2022 is going to be my year for getting my money right, then this is a one-time payment of $347. We have had people say to us that 6 months of financial planning from a certified financial planner was going to cost her $4,000. So she had priced it before we had released this. The person said it was going to cost $4,000. And this specific individual within our community was able to come and receive what she feels was better service and more directed information with regards to her from, African-American point of view, and she was able to get that for a fraction of the cost. So the10kproject.com/investors in order to sign up to be one of our members. And then the final thing that I will say is if you want to upgrade your membership, some of you signed up for the $100 membership, and now you're like, you know what? I want to get the upgrade and get my finances together. I want to work with Freeman Capital. And then you come to my account here. This is within the Knowledge Center. Come to my account, go down here, and you see where it says upgrade to Platinum membership. You want to select that button, and instead of it costing you $347, it'll give you the $100 off so that you're only paying $247 in order to upgrade. So you want to do that there. So that is our discussion for the evening. If we have questions, I'm checking here. Deshaun Hawthorne, thank you so much for being here. You're saying love it. Thank you so much. Everybody, please don't forget to give us a like in YouTube. We really appreciate it. God Bless 1234 is asking, as an investor, how do we reach out to the entrepreneur? Oh, great question. So during the Bet on Black pitches, the entrepreneurs usually give out, some of their contact information. So we have seen entrepreneurs do that during the Bet on Black pitches. If you have a question about the entrepreneur's uh, fundraising campaign, that does need to go through the crowdfunding portal. There are certain SEC regulations where they are not necessarily able to answer your question um, one-on-one. It's better to go through the portal. But if you have, if you're an expert and you have something that can help them grow their business, then usually they do give their information out during the Bet on Black pitches. So that's a great question, though. Thank you so much. So that is the presentation for the evening. I told y'all I was going to be faster because I'm by myself tonight. I want to thank you all so much for being here. If you're not a member and you decide you want to be a member, we hope that you will sign up. And if you are already a member, more importantly, we want you to leverage every aspect of the 10K project that you need and you want in order to help grow yourself, grow your portfolio of businesses, be an entrepreneur that gets to come and raise money, potentially, at least apply to raise money, and be an expert that can help these businesses grow. So thank you so much.